All right, guys, I made a trip to Home Depot, and the other day I got so frustrated because I bought some Ryobi Phillips head number 2 bits, and they kept breaking on me and snapping, and I was so frustrated. I had to stop what I was doing and go back to Home Depot, and I ended up taking them back. On the other video, I didn't have the screws with me, but these are like my go-to self-drilling screws. They have like a little Phillips head tip number 2, and they come in, of course, different lengths. This is 2-inch, and I was using these. What's nice is that drill bit, this will actually usually go through sheet metal, or I think 5/16, like pretty decent diamond plate, go through it. And then we're putting sheet metal on top of I guess 2x6s, so I wanted something to bite in and pull it down, because some places we can't weld. So I figured this is about the only thing they have at Home Depot that was going to be able to punch through, get to the wood, and kind of suck it down. And basically we're just holding it so that way we can tack weld it. So we're just going to leave them in there. So this is what was snapping those bits off, the Ryobi bits. And you can see, I mean, it's like there's not much torque. And even to make things worse, I bought some countersink bits, and I was even pre-drilling the holes and countersinking them. So basically all that bit had to do is trace the hole and follow it through, and I wasn't even impacting her. I mean, it was like they were just junk. I took them back. One of my guys at the shop, he actually had some beat up old Phillips bits, and he was able to put them all in with one bit, and he ended up putting like 20 or 30 screws in, and his didn't break. So I got mad, and I bought, I guess, the impact grade heavy duty Shockwave bits. So hopefully these will hold up a little better. I mean, I don't even need them now because he finished the project. But as you know, when you go to Home Depot and you're frustrated and everything breaks, you just end up trying to buy the best thing, so that never happens to you again. And they ended up having this 45-piece set on sale, and I was gonna keep these at the shop because the guy that ended up fixing everything, finishing up the project, his kit is kind of like, he lent it out a few times and now parts are missing, so I was going to go ahead and let him use this set. But I really don't want it to leave the shop, because every time you let someone else use it or borrow it, it ends up either missing parts or not coming back at all. Gotta be careful. I just sharpen this blade, and these little sharpeners actually do a pretty decent job of sharpening these. Look at that. I mean, that just cuts through like butter. And you gotta be careful, because this packaging nowadays, they make it so durable, because a lot of people, I guess, are trying to steal this stuff, and there's they have to hide some type of security magnet or piece of metal in there somewhere. So anyway, this is the what is this thing? Milwaukee Pack Out 45-piece impact driver set with case. So, and then here's a little brief description of, I guess, what is in the case right there. Take a screenshot of that. And here's what is actually in the case. Let me take this plastic out. These little inserts. And then these are supposed to, oh, they fold. So you can actually, supposed to be able to twist them, I guess. Some of them you can. Kind of, sort of, I guess. Those on that side, or this one you can. I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's just the middle one. Twist. I can twist outward. So that's kind of cool. So that one twists out. I don't know if they can. Man, this sucker's stuck now. Man, it's tight. So I'm just going to pull them out as is. But that's pretty nice. There's a place to put a lanyard through it. Just a really nice, tight little case. And I usually end up using them for years because I try not to lend them out, because usually, like I said, when you lend them out, they never come back the same, if they ever do come back. Especially Milwaukee, they have a they see that name and they tools have a pretty good chance of walking away. Look at that long extension. I think this was normally like 40 or 50 bucks. I got it for like 35, something like that. But I'll leave a link in the description. Maybe you can find it cheaper on Amazon. And then, of course, I bought, like I said before, usually if you buy these individually, like I think this was like 10 or 12 bucks by itself, and you can buy kits for a little more money, like 19 bucks, you can buy almost a whole set. So if you don't have a set, sometimes it's better, instead of just buying a few, just go ahead and spend a few more bucks and buy the whole kit. So, all right, guys, that's all I have. We'll be taking pictures of the trailer. I think the trailer is pretty much done. We bolted down and welded down four, I think it's 5/16 or diamond plate steel. It's really firm because the wood was really good underneath. We just had debris falling through the cracks, and it was causing us a little more time for cleanup, and it was just easier just to fill those holes in and be done with it. And now we're just trying to fine-tune our system and get it to the point where we can eliminate all that extra work that needs to be done just by adding just a little finesse, little pre-planning to make our jobs a little bit easier. So I think that trailer is about 99.9% done. I can't think of anything else that we can do to that trailer offhand to make it better and service even better. The only thing I can think of is if it was a drop trailer, and they do make a no ramp trailer, which the axles, they have like a drop axle and there's a hydraulics hook to it, so it'll actually take the whole trailer and pretty much set it on the ground, and there'll only be, and it tilts a little bit because it's still in the truck, but you can literally drive right up on the that little bobtail right onto the trailer without a ramp. So eventually, if I'm in the business that much longer, that's my goal. If I get another trailer, if I can afford it, to get rid of the gates and go to a no ramp trailer with a long dovetail, and then you can actually just shut the doors. We'll build I don't think they make any that are quite like our trailer, so we'll have to buy material and basically make our trailer custom to our specifications. So anyway, that's all I have. If you guys need some screws for a project, give these a try. I don't know if these are on Amazon or not, but you can find them at Home Depot or probably Lowe's. They're pre-drilled Phillips, and make sure if you're using an impact driver or really any type of driver, try to get the hardened steel impact driver Phillips, because if not, you might end up like me, having to go back to Home Depot 2 or 3 times to replace the cheaper bits, because they have a tendency to break off. All right, guys, I will see you on the next one. Take care and be safe. Tree life.